Hello, I'm Ted Johnson. I'm with Marketing for Guides, and we are a marketing agency that helps guides, lodges, charters, and outfitters build their business. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today is something that we hear within the industry quite frequently, and that's the term, I just don't have time to market. I've got too much other stuff to do. Well, if you change that statement around a little bit and you make it more industry specific, what would you think of somebody that says, well, I don't have time to bait my hook. I've got too much other stuff to do. Well, that's silly, because baiting your hook is what puts fish in the boat, and if you put fish in the boat, then you get more fishermen to come with you, and it just helps build your business. Well, marketing is the same way for any small business. If they're not marketing, if they're not baiting their hook, then they're not growing their business. So if you don't have time to bait your hook, there are some things that you can do to improve your efficiency. One is basically find some better bait that may stay on the hook longer. Two, add scent to your bait so it's more attractive, or change the color of your lure. You can add a flasher or dodger, or if you're a fly fisherman, you can change the fly. And of course, you can change the waters that you're fishing also. Now, here's some statistics from a 2011 survey from Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation. And I was amazed at some of the things that I was enlightened when I read it just the other day. One is that 16.2% of the U.S. population fishes, and each fisherman averages about 18 days fishing per year. Now, the demographics is that over 60% of this group of people are Caucasian males over the age of 25, making over $50,000 a year. And 80% of this group of people only fish for one species, and there's very few what they call crossover fishermen, meaning there's very few people that fish both saltwater and freshwater. Now, the most stable group of this are the guys that are aged 45 years of age or more. They stay with the sport much longer, and of course that's become part of their lifestyle. Now, out of that group, almost 50% of them will travel overnight to fish, and only 10% have their own boat. So what's at stake? If we took these same figures and we applied it to a population base of, let's say, 1 million people. So if you had a big city in the area in which you had your business, you, of course, could have a lot more than that. If you're more rural based, you probably have at least this many people in the surrounding 200-300 mile area. And so if we took a population base of 1 million people, that would mean that 162,000 of those people would fish an average of 18 times a year. Now, this group, if you multiply it out, that is equaled out to about 3 million times, or 3 million fishing trips per year. And of course, the demographic again is white males over the age of 25 earning over $50,000 per year, so they are earning enough money to have expendable income to hire your services at least part of the time. 80,000 of those people are willing to travel overnight to fish, and only 16,000 of them, 16.2, have their own boat. So that equates down to that 73,000 of these people in your demographic area are considered fishermen. They don't own a boat, and they have the means then to hire you as a guide for some of the 1.3 million fishing trips they make on an annualized basis. So bottom line, though, is you only need 100 loyal fishermen that fish with you 2 of their 18 times per year and bring one person with them to gross at least $100,000 in your business. A lot of guides and lodges and outfitters think that they have to be marketing to thousands and thousands of people, and really they don't. All they have to do is identify and build relationships with about 100 people. And I have plenty of people or plenty of guides and lodges and outfitters that I work with that really their key base is only 100 people, and they make a very, very good living on just marketing and serving those people. So only 100 of these 73,000 fishermen can help you build your business. Now, there are many ways that you should be marketing, such as trade shows, seminars, brochures, rack cards, advertising, emails, and the list goes on. And of course, you need to be doing a lot of these different things. But one of the best ways to grow a business anymore is on the internet. But only if you do it in the right way. And you'll notice that I didn't say the word website. I said internet. Because the internet is a combination of things. It's your website. It's your mobile presence. Remember, 70% of people will come to your website for the first time on a mobile device. Something called Google Business that's gaining a tremendous amount of traction and is generating a lot of business for people in our industry. Reviews, Google Maps, and then what is your social media presence? What are you doing on Facebook and Instagram and maybe some of the other social platforms that are out there? But the very first thing before any of this starts that people should do, and most people don't, is research what your possible clients are typing into this Google search bar. Now, in the past, Google used to release this information, and we could get a lot of great information that we could share with our clients, or they could go on Google themselves and get that information. But now this information is only available through third parties, most of which charge for it. But there's a couple of companies out there that are providing it at no charge. One of those companies is a company called SERPs.com. And if I went into SERPs and I went into their free tools and I clicked on the use this tool under the keyword research database, it allows me then to go in and type in what I think people may be typing into that search bar. So in this case, I'm from the Oregon area. I typed in Portland salmon fishing and then I hit click. And it came up with about 9 pages worth of information. But I went through and I picked out some of the better ones, and that's what I'm displaying here for you today. And so if you'll notice, salmon fishing Portland, Oregon, that exact keyword or phrase is typed into the internet 30 times, if you can see the 30 there. Now, if people are paying, or guides are paying to be on that page, they're paying up to $1.38 per click. And so there's some competition for that word. And I can go down and I can read them all, but I won't. But look down here. Salmon Fishing Portland has 40 people visiting it per month, and there's no competition. Now, you have to understand, though, that if you're listed on your website or Google Business or social media under Salmon Fishing Portland, not all of those people that are typing that in are really looking for a guide or charter. Maybe they're just looking for tackle. Maybe they're looking for rules and regulations. And so adding the term guide or charter to a search phrase is very, very important. But we looked a little further and we came up with some other keywords that people are typing in, such as fishing guides. Portland, Oregon is being typed in 30 times, but the competition is extremely tight on that. Guides and charters are paying up to $8 to get a click from that. But as we searched through these lists, look what we came across. Portland fishing guides. How refined is that? If you're a guide in the Portland, Oregon area, wouldn't you want to come up under Portland fishing guides? Because 90 people per month are typing that in, looking for companies that match Portland fishing guides. But the key here is, look at the competition. There is no competition. If I was a guide or charter and I did this type of research prior to launching my site and prior to launching my internet presence, do you think that I would be keyed in, at least on one of my pages, on Portland fishing guides? Of course I would. But nobody really that I have talked to really goes through this process. They put the cart before the horse. They develop out their internet presence, and then they kind of figure out where they want to send traffic to, when in actuality you need to do the research prior to, or if your site's already launched, you need to go in and do the research and maybe do some tweaking so that you can take advantage of some of these opportunities out there. Now, you can do this yourself, or we're offering to do it for you. We'd be glad to show you some of the research that we can do to help you build your business. And we're offering this customized keyword report based on your business. So we get a little information from you, your name, your company information, your contact, your website, and then we'll go in and we'll find 5 keywords that we think you should be at least exploring to take advantage of, and then why, and then how many searches are going on, and what the competition level is. And in this case, for Seattle charters, we found that people are actually typing in best Seattle fishing charters a total of 40 times, and there's no competition. How would you like to have 500 people per month type in best Seattle fishing charters, and you have relatively no competition from the paid market there? That would be big, because you'll end up getting a number of calls per month and hopefully book a number of trips from that. Now, there's no obligation, there's no hidden agenda here. We just like to provide information to people, showing you the work that we can do, and provide you with something that maybe you can just take in and apply to your business right now and help increase the bookings that you have. So all you have to do is simply go to the form below, fill it out, and we'll send you your custom report within a couple days. Tight lines.